Aho! Ho'oponopono. Javaguan. Namaste. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Aho. Haush. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Nice to be as one again. So, I'm going to make this a semi-personal update, and I'll mention some things that are going on along my journey that have nothing to do with you, right? Some of you are actually loving and willing to listen, so here's some of that. So I've been waking up in the mornings, and when I come outside, all of my potted plants are suddenly dug through. And for me, it's unfortunate because there's like clear quartz crystals and rocks, my special rocks that are in my plants. So like when this animal or a thing that is pulling apart my plants, like I'm having to find my crystals in the dirt. So now some of my crystals are just returned to the earth for good, which is totally okay. It's still like outside the field of the residence I'm in right now. However, at the same time, like my inner child's like, is this that armadillo? Like, what's happening? Like, this has never happened before. And this morning was particularly weird because literally an entire pot is missing, like a pink pot, which stinks because I really loved that pink pot. And not just that, but like that pot was very like special to go with a certain plant. So I'm like, did somebody break it and not tell me? Like, is there a person doing this? Like, my inner child has a million questions. My car is in need of love and service. I've been putting that off for a while. Some things need to happen under the hood. I'm like, nothing too extreme right now. I think I need to change my oil. There's some other things that my friend has been mentioning to me. I might need to record that or write it down, because or just be like, dude, set me up, whatever you think, you know what I mean? I'm like, give me one less thing to worry about. So my cars, especially today, my car needs air in the tires. I've seen it for a while and I've been putting it off, and my buddy's got one of these things that you can just like fill at home. You fill your air tire at home, which I think is super cool. My friend Confucius totally has one too, and I got to play with it and use it myself. It was like this little Ryobi machine thing that I was like, oh, this is awesome. For me, it's more about like going out in public and bending down and doing all that, and sometimes you have to like change how I'm dressing. Like maybe I'm wearing a dress and then suddenly like, man, I gotta do that, and like wearing a dress isn't so easy to like do that. So there's that. So I'm making an intention, right? My attention is all going towards this one goal of putting some air in my tires. Dead armadillo symbolism. Ouch. And like, if there is an armadillo going through my plants, I think I'm going to solve the problem by temporarily bringing the plants inside. I originally had potted all of these plants so that they could be indoors. However, it's been difficult to like feel at home, you know what I mean? Especially like being in a home that isn't owned by me and isn't mine, you understand? Like, so like trying to find the feng shui of where things go and working with the energy of the home, like all of that is so unique. And I'm really grateful to be having all these experiences and to be learning through my personal experience how to like cope and handle and manage all these different things. And I think that's what also allows me to be so good in my business, because like it's flowed from me, through me, as me, me needing the medicine and the things that I'm working with, and then after I accomplish it, then I'm able to provide that same medicine or nurturing for another, and like I'm getting better at my craft all the time as I choose to invest more attention and awareness and intention in actually investing my time, energy, mind, physical body, etc. in such experiences. I'm actually wearing one of my favorite shirts in the entire world right now. This is like a shirt I picked up actually at a thrift store, and I believe it was actually at Fifi's. Fifi's, owned by Lisa in downtown St. Augustine. Super love going there. Super heartfelt place. My prayers, my wishes, my intentions for businesses to actually be able to recover from this, especially private businesses. You know, so many people take such pride and allowance in all these different things that are happening in our culture. We just look the other way. Personally, I don't stand for that. I believe in creating organizations of people who are actually doing things, not just shouting, protest, open up our states, okay? Like, imagine, like, actually getting 6 of us together, and then, like, we're all gonna plant a garden, and we're gonna put all of our love every single day for the next few years of putting a little bit of energy towards that, just saying thank you to it, or loving it, appreciating it, watering it, listening to it. What does it need? Oh, you need some, is it time to put nutrients in your soil? Like that. Except imagine putting that same attention, that same concentration, like into one friend. Let's say all of your buddies come together to focus on one buddy and be like, all right, we're going to have a meeting, an intervention buddy. Like, I don't like how you eat, like, with your left hand and then you do this with your right hand. I'm just making jokes, okay? It's about, like, really being honest with each other, and it's not so much that something's wrong with the guy eating with the left hand, as much as, like, that his brother, his friend, his family, his friend, can come together and say, like, this is a trigger in me, because my dad used to eat with his left hand, so every time I see you eat with your left hand, like, I go there to this mental and feeling part of my body that I can't control, and it's a trigger for me. It has nothing to do with you. I'm so sorry. Imagine clear communication. However, like, imagine you can see where your buddy is failing. Like, maybe your buddy isn't consistent in what they say and do. So maybe you need to say, hey, you said you wanted this, but then you do this, and I feel like that goes against your goal. You know, like, really being genuine, not like nitpicking, controlling, and making fun of and saying I'm better than you, genuinely helping the other person get where they desire to go. Like, sincerely meaning it, and not so you get something back out of it, so they, once they're successful, they come back and take care of you. Not like that at all. However, I do believe in equal energetic exchanges and in physics. I also believe in the power of people being good and being able to change the world by showing the world what kind of people they can be by representing that kind of people. You understand? Like creating a mirror. I just get so aggravated, mainly because of my lack of control and my lack of ability to maintain consistency with there being so many changing parables. Is it variables? So there's that. So more personal. So I've been using this website to create a vortex of a space where I can express myself and post all my pictures and videos. And this is known as like a fans only area. And I own 2 of these right now. And one of them is more classified as being a lifestyle page. Being comfortable, being like naked or like in your own body, in nature, or just like anywhere, you know, and not so much like sexualizing it and putting all of like your self-worth in your sexual production ability or availability, you know, and putting more like love. I mean, like, I can't give you any other better word, and it sucks that, like, you know, a lot of people don't know what love is, so it can be really difficult to translate that. It's painful and uncomfortable. I'm passing my old college right now, and all I can keep thinking, like, every time I pass here, I'm like, thank God I didn't sign up for classes this year. You know, something told me not to do it, and I was like, why? I don't understand. I want to go to school. I need to, like, get a career besides like being a model and entertainer. You know, my inner child was like screaming like, we need some practicality here, you know, like become an acupuncturist. Stories, culture story, by the way, you know, it's not really my story. It's like more of like, you know, parental worries, like you gotta go to school and take care of yourself in the future, be smart. You know, and just like another part of me is just extremely grateful, because I would not be functioning well trying to drop classes randomly and then return them all to like online classes. That, like, can you imagine? Like, I would have just been under so much stress. So I empathize for everyone going through that right now. Housh. I'd like to give a shout out to those of you who are on both of my portals. So you have the first page that I mentioned, and then the other page is more like underwater videos, and like that one's / Trina Mason, and the other one is / Topless Trina. I thought it was funny, and some people don't think it's so funny. Some people think that it's derogatory or offensive, and this makes me think of people being offended by like breastfeeding and like not seeing it as normal. And same thing with people like going to the bathroom, like you have to go pee, right? Like some people think it's like, oh, you can't. like, can I please use your bathroom? You know? Oh, the joy of the journey. The joy of the journey. I am historically known for doing the same thing over and over again. I think that everyone is. I truly do. All I can hear is, good morning, beautiful. I love the love of my family and my friends. I'm so grateful. St. Augustine, Florida has been so good to me. It's been very, very enlightening being here and sharing my light here and anchoring in and spreading and working in Cassadaga. And speaking of working in Cassadaga, shout out to all of you who have been so loving and kind to me and continuing the journey with me. My private clients, like, I'm so grateful for everyone that I haven't met at the Rose and that believe in me and my abilities and my gifts, and that create a space that allow me to serve and provide my intuition and everything I have to offer. Aho, ho'oponopono, jaivaguan, thank you, namaste, pay it forward, house, peace, shanti, om.